Marty Evans, I'm possible. I'm possible, Marty Evans.
You're fat. You have two options. Lose weight or die. There I was, sitting in the doctor's office weighing 360 pounds, looking at my doctor as if I could crush him like a can for calling me fat. Doc, I'm gonna run a marathon. Ha! You run a marathon? Well, that's just impossible. How often has someone tried to crush your dream? What do? Do you let them, or do you go out and prove them wrong? Madam Contest Chair, fellow Toastmasters, and anyone who has had their dreams crushed. It started in 1996. One of my dreams at the time was to be a basketball star. I wanted to be Michael Jordan. One day I came home crying to my mother. What's wrong, baby? Well, it's because the basketball coach told me that it was impossible for me to join the team. I was too short, too slow, and too fat. She laughed. Well, nothing is impossible when the word itself says, I'm possible. See, Marty, when I was pregnant with you, I was 40 years old. And the doctors told me that it would be impossible for a woman my age to give birth. I looked that doctor straight in his eyes, and I told him, I'm possible. And then I gave birth to a beautiful baby boy. That day, my mom told me, Marty, whenever someone tells you that something is impossible, I want you to stand up tall, hold your head up high, look them straight in the eyes, and tell them, I'm possible. Her words followed me throughout my life. And then again, in 2012, when I told my doctor I wanted to run a marathon. And when he laughed and told me that it was impossible, I heard my mother's voice. Stand up tall, hold your head up high, look them straight in the eyes, and tell them, I'm possible. And that's what I set out to do. Later that day, I got on the treadmill. And just before I pressed the start button, I looked myself in the mirror and said, here goes nothing. Oh! I think the treadmill is rejecting me. I only ran for 30 seconds. Maybe the doctor was right. Maybe it is impossible for me to run a marathon. And that's when I heard my mother's voice. Stand up tall, hold your head up high, look them straight in the eyes, and tell them, I'm possible. So the next day, I ran for 15 seconds. And the day after that, 20 seconds. And before you know it, I was running 5 miles, 10 miles, 20 miles. Fast forward to 2013, the day of the marathon. My mother's there to cheer me on. And just before the gun went off, she mouthed to me, you're possible. Bam! We're off to the races. Mile 8, everything's great. Mile 13, we're halfway home. Mile 18, this big yellow bus pulls alongside of me. The driver rolls down his window and says, Hey, big man, you want to ride? No. Mile 22. I hit the wall, and it felt like I had lead in my legs. And just when I thought about giving up, I heard, hey, big man, you want to ride? No, I'm going to finish this race on my own 2 feet. Will you finish this race? Well, that's just impossible. I'm possible. Mile 26. The finish line is in sight. Hey, big man, you're possible. I finished the race in 7 hours, 45 minutes, and 5 seconds. If I could run a marathon weighing 300 pounds, just imagine all the things that you can do. In life, when someone tries to crush your dreams, even that little voice inside of your head, I want you to do what my mother said. You stand up tall, hold your head up high, look them straight in the eyes, and tell them, I'm possible. Everybody repeat after me. Stand up tall. Hold your head up high. Looking straight in the eyes. And tell them, I'm possible.